Hi guys, thanks for tuning into this video. We're currently travelling around Australia in our Nissan Patrol, and we wanted to share with you some ways that we save on space and weight in our setup. Okay, so the first thing that we do to save space, and it saves a lot of space, is using quick dry towels. There's quite a few brands out there that do quick dry towels now. There's lots of different types of makes. Some of them are a lot fluffier than others. Some of them are quite large, small. Some are made more for the beach and have different designs and things on them. We have the Cedar Summit brand, and we also have the Barefoot Outfitters brand. We have about 6 of these with us in the car all the time, and they only take up a tiny little bit of space. Yeah, they're quite light, so lighter than a normal towel, and they also dry so much quicker. Another added benefit of them as well is they don't hold on to dirt and sand. It just flicks off, so if you've got it on the beach or something like that, the sand isn't in all of the fibres of the towel. So the next thing that we use to save a lot of weight and a lot of space is stacking pot sets and stacking sets for bowls and things like that as well. So we have a stacking pot set that has like a fry pan, 2 different pots, and a folding handle, also a little case that you can use as a sink for washing up. They all stack into each other. It's a GSI product. They're made of really lightweight materials. They're non-stick, and you can get so many different sizes of pans and things all into one compact little space. There's another similar GSI product that we also have, which is another sort of a taller pot where you can boil water and things like that, and stackable bowls with lids. So if you're having noodles or something like that, you can put the lid over and tip out the water. That set also has some little folding sporks as well, so they save heaps and heaps of weight and heaps of space in our setup. The plates that we use are Cedar Summit brand, and we just have 1 each. We use it for everything. They've got a bit of a deeper side, so you can use it for things that are a bit runnier, so butter chickens and spaghetti bolognese and things like that. It holds it all in. They're plastic, lightweight. The bottom of them is sort of like a different design, so it doesn't hold a lot of heat. So if you've got something that's really hot, you can still hold it. And they've got this nice little thumb groove, so if you aren't eating at a table and you're sitting at your camp chair, you can sort of hold it with your thumb, and it balances really well. They're really lightweight, and we use them for basically everything we eat. So the next thing we use to save space and organize things, keep them from getting really jumbled up, is these packing cells. Exped and Kathmandu are really good. They basically weigh hardly anything. They keep your clothes organized. You can fold t-shirts, shorts, underwear, all that sort of stuff organized, and they hold together really well if you're trying to put things in drawers and stuff like that. We have a few drawers that we have our clothes in, and it's really easy to grab them and pack them as well. So when you're traveling full time, we've got an off-grid setup, so we don't have to be plugged into power all the time. We use our own power, and we use this solar blanket. So solar can take up a lot of room if you are using those big solar panels. But we have had one of them in the past. Currently we just have a flexi panel on our roof, but we also use this solar blanket. The majority of the time we can park in the shade and then throw the blanket out into the sun. It's a 150 watt system, but it folds up to be a very compact size and fits very easily in the car. So we've been traveling for about 11 months now, and when we left on our trip we had 2 pretty big chairs. They're the Jet Tent pilot chairs, and they're folded up into a bag, and they do take up a fair bit of space. We pop them up in the top of the back of the car. In the last few months one of them broke, and so we chose to replace one of the chairs with a lighter hiking style chair. So we just got it from Snowy's outdoors. One day when we were traveling through Adelaide, we threw our broken chair out and grabbed this Austrail chair, It folds up really small and it takes up heaps less space in the back of the car. We find now we can have more things such as like long-term storage for drinks and things like that. If we want to stock up a bit more when we go to the shops, we've got that bit more space up there, which is really nice. And we may look at changing the other chair over as well at some point. We have noticed though that being a lighter weight chair, it does have its downsides, you know, blow over quickly in the wind. The feet are a little bit more susceptible to sinking into things and not being balanced, and you have to sort of try and find the right angle, whereas the other chair that we have, you can sort of plonk it anywhere and it'll stay there and you can sit on it almost on any ground. Instead of bringing along a whole cutlery drawer that a lot of people tend to do, and you have multiples of knives, forks, spoons, all that sort of thing, we just got a set of these each. They're just a lightweight titanium set, knife, fork and spoon. They're really lightweight. It's all you need. We just have one of these each, and we have not had a need for really anything else. We do also have a sharp knife each, and we've found that's all we need really cutlery wise. So something else we find really handy is pop-up items such as buckets and containers. These are just Aldi brand. You can also get pop-up washing baskets. We just find we don't use that on the road and it wasn't worth bringing, but if you have a caravan, that would save you a lot of space as well. They are usually heaps smaller, as you can see, than normal buckets and containers, and you can store them a lot easier than you can with those normal size items. The other thing that we find really good for a pop-up version is dog bowls for food and biscuits and things like that. Take up hardly any space, really light, and work just as well as normal bowls. So we've got an older style fox wing. We've had it on the car for a while, which is our awning that goes around the car. We upgraded the bag on it before we left on our trip, and the upgraded bag has a little section where you can store some poles and some ropes and some pegs, so that helps to get some of that stuff out of the car, so save a little bit more space inside and keep it all together on the outside of the car. Something that we found really helpful for when we travel and utilising the space we have in the car is organisers. So we've got 3 of the same MSA organisers in the car, one in between the front seats, which is great for maps and sunglasses and stuff like that, and then one on each side in the back doors, one under Scout, which has a lot of his stuff, dog related things, and then one on the other side that has a lot of things as well, such as like WD-40, AirGuard, all that sort of stuff. So we find that those spaces are spaces that wouldn't have really been used in any other way, and we can put things there that we want to get to quicker instead of going through drawers and pulling things out of the way to get to those things that we use more regularly. So hopefully you got a little bit of an insight into how we like to save space and save weight while we're traveling. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.